Alright, let's switch over to the game now. And, oops, well, there's no music now, so whoop. And, well, tonight I'm going to continue where I left off the last test stream and actually play Cliffhanger again. Yeah, Weasel, I'm going to look into that. I set up the chat settings according to what Twitch recommended, and they said it's pretty strict, so I'll probably take some of those off, particularly the phone number stuff. I just went with the defaults for now, so I'll probably fix that for the next stream. But thank you for letting me know that. But yes, oh wait, ooh, did I actually update this? Hold on, done. Good, good, good. Good, okay. So, updated the information. So yes, I'm going to leave off, or I'm going to continue where I left off last time, and actually try to play Cliffhanger again. No, that is not the Cliffhanger starring Edward Randley, nor is it the game based on Castle of Cagliostro. No, this is the licensed game based off of the Sylvester Stallone movie of the same name. Satang actually saw me stream for the first test stream, and it is a game. Yeah, the Stallone one. Yes, John Lithgow and Michael Rooker. Okay, let's see here. Let me get my launcher open. Where is it? Where's Cliffhanger? This is a game I actually rented a few times, and I actually was able to get about halfway through it at some point. Alright, let me know if you can actually see the game. Or rather, when you can see it, I suppose. Yeah, good. Yeah, we're in the game for reals. I'll let the demo play because, as I noted last time, one of the best things you can do when playing a retro game is either read the manual or watch the demos. But in this case, the demo is actually completely worthless. It's mostly just the player doing kind of badly. Although, to be frank, I'm not going to do much better, let's be real here. It should be noted this game only gives you one continue, so if I die on the first stage, I am absolutely not going to let the timer run down and then just start it up again. I have not actually played the 8-bit version of this. I've only played the 16-bit version, and only the Sega Genesis port at that. Huh. Yeah, he's getting softball shot at him there. Oh, Pluto Nash, I have heard stories about that one. I've never seen Hudson Hawk, though. I didn't even know that movie existed until one of you guys streamed the game or something. I think it was one of you. I think maybe it might have been Satanga. I don't remember now. Or maybe someone linked to a video of it. But yes, this demo is very informative as to how the game is played. It looks mostly like you're getting your butt kicked, which is actually pretty true to the game. Sadly, I do not have the manual, so I can't say if there's some secret strategy here that makes the game a lot easier to play. Somehow, I doubt it. You know what, Weasel? That's very true. I really like his character in The Fifth Element, and that's another very schlocky film. And then it just restarts, so yep, that's the demo sequence done for. So let's get to the game proper if it'll actually let me in. One of the interesting things about the demo is that it actually reflects the amount of lives you have selected on the title screen. I bet you if I left it at 3 lives, it would have said he only had, you know, like 2 times 2, and then 0 counts in this game, fortunately. And here we have a nice little text crawl sequence with some little, possibly redrawn clips from the movie? I can't tell. The Genesis palette is very limited. It's mostly cool blues here. It's kind of atmospheric, though. I've never actually seen this movie. I think I've seen, like, the trailer and maybe unrelated bits. And I know the basic gist of the movie, you know, yeah, there are these professional cliffhangers. And they find a crashed plane, and these guys want their lost money back. I believe that guy holding the gun is supposed to be John Lithgow, but it's not a very flattering sprite depiction of him. And yeah, I would definitely agree with that, Weasel. That's a good way of putting it, Satanga. Will exploitation, that is a word. And then we have another bit of cutscene here. There's just something about this chunky pixel style that was so common at the time with these licensed games. It's very nostalgic if you were, well, if you grew up during that time. If you didn't, you have licensed games that actually look like they're licensed property, and I envy you. I've never seen the whole 9 yards. I've heard good things about that, though. Ow. It should be noted that this game is a beat-em-up with checkpoints. You'll see what I mean once I inevitably die. I think he might have done that, yeah, I think he did do that once, Satanga. Oh boy, enemies that can block when I can't. Now, why do you say that, Satanga? Why do you think he's a clown? Oh, okay, so he's one of those guys who was very famous for being formulaic, who then crapped on another series of formulaic genres. Understandable. And yes, he did the American Godzilla film. It was, spoilers, not super great. I didn't mind it. If I recall, on a later Japanese Godzilla film, that Godzilla gets jobbed really bad. Yeah, and yes, the American Godzilla film is apparently canon to the Godzilla mythos, or at least that version of it exists. Okay. Lots of platforming in this game. Again, as I mentioned in my prior test stream, I really wonder how they used to do platforming in these games like Golden Axe and such, because this is ostensibly a top-down game, and I'm wondering how they do detection for, like, where the player is, you know, whether they can jump on something or whether they should fall. And it's not something that's typically talked about in game-making tutorials. Usually if they want you to make a beat-em-up, they casually mention that, they casually mention, oh yeah, you should just do the entire game in 3D, even if it uses 2D graphics. And I'm like, no. But in any case, yeah, so we gotta climb up this cliff, as true to the name of the film. Now, for some reason, there's this whole other part of patch of snow we just can't explore. Go figure. Ow. And yeah, it's kind of random here when the guy shoots. But yes, he's slightly off camera here. And more importantly, if he shoots you, there's a random chance that you'll either regain your foothold or you'll just fall to your death. And yeah, I agree, Weasel. They actually do have the actual look of the sprite for the character is pretty spot on to Sly Stallone. Oh crap! I got it. No. Yeah, if I could have landed on that ledge, I would have gotten a checkpoint. Oh crap! And yeah. This guy does not have a hitbox for some reason, so I can't kill him. But this counts as a checkpoint in case I fall off again, which I probably will. Just gotta climb really fast. Ouch. Now, sometimes if you're lucky, you can actually fall back onto that platform and survive. I didn't. Alright, there we go. And yes, I'm gonna need as many lives as I can get here. Also, spoilers, this is actually a Souls game, as you saw previously. Bonfires are there to restore your health and act as all post-level checkpoints in this instance. And yep, we have a segment here that's worse than the turbo tunnel from Battletoads. Because you mostly can't see what's going on. As bad as the turbo tunnel is, at least you can see what you're doing, and you're not being chased by something that kills you if even a single pixel of it touches you. Ow. I don't know how many times you can get hit either. It's kind of random. Sometimes you can regain your footing really quickly. I'm wondering that myself, Weasel. I'd have to play the SNES version to compare and see if the gun guys have, oh crap. If they have, hitboxes in that version. Yep. Game over. That was technically the first stage, and when you continue, you actually continue from where you last, from the beginning of the level, so... Well, looks like I locked in. That's a bad joke. That is a bad joke. But actually, in fact, despite losing, I actually beat the game here, because as you can see, I'm getting the nice, beautiful credits sequence with the nice logo and all the testers and stuff. It's more like I logged off, though, when I think about your joke a little bit more, Satang. I logged off there. Oh, that bit from Duke Nukem was pretty foul. That whole game was foul like that. Cliffhanger. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, so we got the story sequence, which we saw previously. We got this nice little cutscene, which you can also skip. So, fun fact, you have a roundhouse move you can do if you hold down kick. The startup time is so long that you can't hit anybody with it. Yeah, his roundhouse kick hits me immediately. Yeah, I might have to change games here in a second. I'll have to come back to this one and really practice at it, because it's like, as I was mentioning prior, in the prior test stream, I play these kind of games all the time, even though they're bad, because I'm just nostalgic for them, because that was a lot of my weekends growing up, was renting a game, you know, based off some property, based on an actor I only kind of knew, because, you know, I was a child. And then this is what you end up with. This is the game you end up with, is Cliffhanger. And yeah, I agree, the music and the sound are pretty good. The actual controls are pretty tight. I mean, you've got a punch and a kick move. You also have a desperation attack. You can also do some other kind of kick move. Like, he can do 2 kicks almost back to back there and combo into him, but I don't know how he does that. And yeah, I agree with that. This really needs to be just a straight beat 'em up. It doesn't really need the avalanche sequence. I think that if I recall, the rest of the game is actually not too hard. Ow. I maybe should have used my desperation move there. And yep, there you go. It's a checkpoint beat 'em up. You don't just drop from the screen. You just, for some reason, it blacks the screen out. You return and all the enemies are there. You do get your health back at least, but I lost my knife. Oh. Took you a little while to get on the screen there, buddy. I actually do like multi-genre games. I feel like they do work sometimes. Like, it definitely at least works for, Demolition Man, another Stallone flick. That one is actually has both good side-scrolling and overhead segments, although neither one is particularly strong. Although, interesting, of the trilogy of Stallone games you could play on the Genesis, Judge Dredd is probably the best. It's a really good game. Yep, gotta go to the bonfire to restore my health. Ah, yes, True Lies. I still need to play that game. I've heard nothing but good things about it. Oh. Gosh, come on now. The Stargate game, you know, thinking on licensed movie games that were pretty good, the Stargate game was pretty good. And again, Judge Dredd is really good. It sticks to just being a straight shoot 'em up, basically. Yeah, I don't know why this... I think they just expected you to just run up and not stop here, but I'll have to play the SNES version to figure out what's going on there. Ow. There we go. I still have about the same amount of lives, which I'll lose in like 2 seconds, but... Again, from what I remember as a kid, if you can get past this sequence, the rest of the game isn't too hard. But again, like unlike the turbo tunnel, you can't see what's coming in front of you. You kind of have to memorize it, but it's really hard to see where you are, and you only get so many mistakes. Oof. Oh. Also, there's a bottomless pit at the end of this that if you don't jump just right, oh god, you just die. That actually happened to me on stream last time I was playing this. I actually got to that bottomless pit, and then what happened? I died. Ow. I find staying on the bottom here is actually pretty good for this first segment. I spoke too soon. Ow. You know what? I'm going to continue because I don't want to have to sit through the intro again. And yes, as you can see, wow, this guy just spawns there immediately when you continue. I swear he isn't there immediately when you first start, but maybe I'm misremembering. Oh, hey, I hit him with the roundhouse this time. There we go, get the knife. I wonder if you get a gun later. I can't remember if you fight gun dudes. Yeah, it really does kind of recall Metro Cross in a way. But again, that's another obstacle course where you can actually see what's coming at you. I get what they were trying to do with the avalanche sequence there. Okay. So there's a good chance we don't use guns either, because again, they typically adhere to the plot of the movie. If the character didn't use guns, typically you won't in a game either. The one exception to that's kind of the Aladdin game. Yeah, I remember. You're right, Weasel. Yeah, I remember that now. There were a lot of attempts at making sort of gun-free action films, because I think Last Action Hero is kind of the same way. Well, not gun-free, but the heroes don't resort to that. Wow, Arnold actually messed with those? How so? Oh, that's fascinating. A competent Contra clone. Well, I guess if I had to die, it was good right before. It was right before I had to fight 3 guys at once. There we go. Desperation move. Oh, gosh. Wow, I am just really sucking up a crap storm now. Yeah, and sometimes he doesn't want to run either when I double tap. Okay. I think I can do this. I think I could do this and maybe keep 1 extra life going into this. I'll need to see what the shortcuts are for save states in Mednafin. Because I'm almost certain I'm going to need save states in order to beat this game. Oh, crap. Or at least get past the avalanche. I mean, that's kind of what happened with the Jackie Chan fighting game, too. He cut out... Although they got around that in an interesting way by just making it so that anytime you face Jackie Chan, they disable the blood. Although the Jackie Chan game, spoilers, or fighting game is significantly better than any of the, most of the games we're talking about. Although it's also kind of a mess. Oh, God. Oh, gosh. Wow, sorry, I had to pause for just a moment, and I died before I even... Okay. That was even worse than last time. But hey, I beat the game! Look at that. Oh, okay, if I hit start at the credit sequence, I have to sit through all the menus all over again, which I cannot start through. As a general note, I do not cheat or not cheat, that's not the word I use. I don't save time by using any kind of frame skipping or rewinding or anything like that, because I feel like if I'm going to play the game, I'm going to experience it in exactly the awful way I would have all those years ago. Would you believe that I only rented this game maybe twice? I think the first time I just gave up on it, and then the second time I remembered how mad it made me and I tried to see if I could do better. You know, that's very true, Weasel. Oh, I just jobbed that guy while it was on the edge of the screen. That's pretty cool. I love when you could do that in beat-em-ups. Also, some effective palette usage there on the bad guys because they're both green and brown, and with some blues as well. Oh, I can throw the knife. I didn't realize that. So instead of doing a desperation move, I throw the knife. Well, that's okay. Oh. Well, that time I didn't throw it. Was that just a fluke or something? Do I have to... Okay. I get it. I see how that works now. I have to hit both a punch and kick at the same time. To do the desperation move, I have to hold one of the two buttons, then hit the other one. Okay. Or it just doesn't work that way. I'm going to have to explore that. That's interesting. There's more tech in this game than I thought. You can't throw guys, though. Maybe I have to hold forward and do that. Let me see here. Or maybe I have to hold the attack button? No. Yes, tech. You know what? I need to look up a speedrun of this game at some point and see what sort of how they abuse this game. Oh, that didn't even hit him. Wow, okay. Yep, and I got sandwiched. I love that those guys in the parkas look like, or the big poofy coats look like Steven Seagal. I just wish I knew how to consistently throw the knife. I think it's forward in both attack buttons at once, so I'll have to test that out. Yep, yeah, okay, it's forward and both attack buttons. Which is actually kind of nice that I can do that I have the option of throwing the knife. Although it's actually more practical to hold on to it because it just does so much damage and has such a huge hitbox. It even hits behind you. I think it hits behind you on the backswing in any case, which is kind of nice. Alright, I have almost no lives going into this next bit. This is great. Alright, gonna climb this cliff because I'm the hanger of cliffs. Gotta watch out for those softball guns. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I don't know what causes you to lose your grip, by the way. It's random. Sometimes it seems like you recover, and other times you don't. And I don't know if I have to let go of a button or something. I'll have to figure that one out. Maybe someone's figured out. There's got to be someone who's like the #1 super fan of this game, much like Bubsy 3D has its own super fan. And yeah, I believe actually you were showing me some tech at some point there, Weasel, with the movement. I think you originally you could also pick up items while you were standing on them and fly into the air. Oh, DD Crew. I would actually rather play DD Crew than this in some ways, although this at least has a little bit more cruft, I guess? I don't know how to say it. At least more going on. It certainly doesn't look as nice as DD Crew, though. Yes, actually, I would love to see you stream that game again and like rant about how bad it is, Satanga. Although I think your opinion on that has cooled over the last few years. Oh crap! Oh, go! I was getting close to the end there. I could tell. And you can't tap jump either, I might add. You have to sort of, you just have to accept that you're going to do a Belmont jump there and just, you just have to accept wherever you land. Oh. Oh yes, learning to play the game properly. Ah, you have a question for me. What is it? Yeah, I swear that guy's in a different position every time I restart the game. That's very fascinating. Oh gosh, that's a good question. Maybe strategy games? Those are always throw me for a loop. Always. Ow. Oh, well now I have a use now for throwing knives, I see. Okay, that's actually... Okay, I see. You can get people in a loop. Oh, wow, okay. That's a hitbox there on those knives. Alright, Satanga, what's gonna make us slap our foreheads exactly? Oh, crap. Of course, of course. Actually, I would agree with you on that one. I still don't see the appeal of that game, but I guess I don't have to. It's not my job to like the game. I'm not being paid to do that. I don't work for, I forgot that man's name. Wow. I'm trying to actually do the desperation move, and it was not working. There, eat my spin kick or my jump kicks. Yes, that is actually a pretty tough level. Although, oddly, when my friend and I played through that in co-op, we didn't have any issues with that. Oh, well, we did a little bit, a few times, but I think we had more trouble with the stupid train level after it. Yeah, that's the thing about Gears of War. You have to have friends to play because the AI is worthless. If you get downed in single player, you can't get back up. The dudes aren't going to help you. Whereas you have, like, essentially infinite lives if you time things right. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of co-op only games. In some ways, I'm kind of glad that co-op is dead again, although they keep trying. I think it's competitive now. They usually cycle between co-op and competitive in terms of getting people to buy more copies of things. Ow. Okay. Oh, so close. Interestingly, this has similar controls to that level where you play as Bartzilla in Bart's Nightmare. It's also kind of similar to some of the, what is it, American Gladiators games in terms of controls. You hold a button down to move faster while climbing. Ow. Okay, there we go. Oh god. Okay, why do I fall sometimes? Is it like I have to tap it when I get shot? I rented Bart's Nightmare all the time. I wanted to like that game. I still like some of the mini games in them. Some of them are fun, but they are so long and so tedious and so hard, and you have to do each of them twice. And that first Bartzilla bonus stage, that can go fuck itself. Well, that's what I get for trying to take a sip here. I was trying to pause, but the game wasn't letting me have none of that. Oh, crap. I like how sometimes he screams when he gets hit. He's like, oh, and then other times he just silently is resigned to his fate of being eaten by a giant glob of snow. Oh, crap. Okay. Oh. Well, I beat the game again, guys. This is a new record. I've beaten this like 5 or 6 times. 5 or 6 times now. Oof. You could beat the germ minigame in Bart's Nightmare? I could never beat that one. I know, like, I wish they would let you trip forward at least once in that sequence. Exactly, Weasel. Also, I don't know why there was a G.I. Joe named that, Satenga. I always thought that was an odd name as well. I don't know how you do the uppercut. I don't know if that's a combo ender or what. Oh, gosh. I love that. Equal trade there with the knife. You know, surprisingly, the Sega Genesis didn't have a lot of beat-em-ups. Quite a few were actually, the few it does have were actually shared with the SNES in a lot of cases. And you can really feel that in terms of the way the enemy encounters and progression works, because, as you might notice, I only fight like 2 or 3 guys at once here, and that was a typical issue with a lot of SNES fighting games, or not fighting games, excuse me. This isn't, I'm not in Great Britain, but, a lot of the beat-em-ups for that system, you would only usually fight 2 different kinds of guys and only up to 4 guys total. Whereas you compare it with Streets of Rage 2, you're fighting a bunch of dudes at once, and all of them can be different types of dudes, too. Beat them alls, yes. Or like the Beatles from the Powerpuff Girls. Which, one of those characters actually ended up being a Gorillaz character. Go figure. Ow. Oh gosh. Yeah, you have a desperation move, but as you can see, wasn't working there. There it goes. I don't know why it comes out sometimes and other times it doesn't. There's no dedicated button for it either, because this is a 3-button game only. They could have easily made it a 6-button game, but I'm not sure why so few games support that. Like, again, to compare it to another Sly Stallone game, the Judge Dredd game, very good. That is a 6-button game. You can play it with only 3 buttons or 6. And boy, does having 6 really handy. Because there's a dedicated button for arrests and other sort of stuff. Ow. I was trying to throw the knife there and it wouldn't let me. Instead, I just spin kicked. Ow. And, okay, it's not really fair to me that their health regenerates, and I mean, mine does too, but that's not really fair, I feel. I am just doing worse and worse the more I play this, so I'm gonna have to jump ship here soon. I'll have to practice this on my own time. But I have an equally hard game I can play after this that's a little bit better. Certainly better playing. Really wish I could kick this guy and punch him and kick him. But I can't. Ow. Okay. Fortunately, they stop shooting once you reach a certain point, but that's usually when they're way, way, way off screen. Oh. Yeah, sometimes it gives me a chance, and then other times it's like, nah. Oh, crap, come on. But yes, this was many a run ender for me when I rented this game. But somehow I was able to beat this. Like, there's certain games I used to play as a child that I can't beat now, and I don't understand how I managed that. Very sad that modern generations don't have to go through this. The baffling, Oh, hey, I was able to get up again there. I just really want to get past this and at least see what the rest of the game is before I just quit. Or what the next level is. I think it's the ice cave. Yeah, I'm gonna take a little break from that. In fact, I think I'll throw up some music for just a moment. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and I see Weasel has dropped some real zingers in the chat, as well as a nice keyboard cat. Or wait, no, that's not keyboard cat. I forget the name of that cat, but he is a good cat. Alright, let me, well, I got to turn the music off. And, well, if we're not playing music, whoop, I don't need to be telling everybody that I am. Okay, oh, let's see. What's an equally hard game that I used to rent a lot? Preferably licensed, but not necessarily licensed. Actually, I believe I actually owe Satanga Tom Mason's Dinosaurs for Hire, so let me find this in this big list. As I noted on the prior stream, I actually have a big folder consisting of all the games I ever rented for the Sega Genesis. I actually own a good number of them too, but you know, not like the 200 or so that I ended up renting in the end. I still blows my mind, but then again, I was renting Genesis games from about 92, 93 up to 97, or even possibly 98. So that's plenty of time if you rent a game every weekend. Let's see here. Where is Tom Mason's Dinosaurs for Hire? Right there. Make sure my mic audio is on. Yeah, sure is. Tom Mason's Dinosaurs for Hire. It's a game for your Sega Genesis. I have never heard of this prior to this game, but again, I guess I didn't have to because, well, it's a game now, but I actually had a point I was going to make there, but I assume this was some sort of TMNT clone at the time that was mildly popular, and they're like, kids like dinosaurs, thanks to Jurassic Park. And now they can play a game where they play as one of 3 dinosaurs with guns. I think the last time I played this I played as the Tyrannosaurus Rex. I think actually I usually play as the Triceratops, but you know what, I'm going to mix it up and play as the Stegosaurus, even though I'm pretty sure he has the worst hitbox out of all of them. I think their whole sprite is the hitbox. Like, you can't crouch under a lot of bullets and stuff for some reason. You know, that's a very good question, Weasel. Dinosaurs with guns as a genre is definitely something that has existed for a while, because you had that, you had this. Oh yeah, the music is very, very gemsy. So this bit is a fake out. Yep, you're not actually... Yep, it gives you the credits, makes you think you've already beaten the game. But no, you haven't. It's a fake out. But it's a very interesting fake out in that you can actually be killed here. And if you're killed during the sequence, you lose a life and are just booted back to the main game proper. And you don't get this nice little cute cutscene. I always did appreciate that. I thought it was weird. That boss you see, that was like the second stage boss. And it is way, way, way harder than what you saw there, as you might imagine. This whole game is actually unreasonably hard to a degree. Something I like about this, that's maybe not noticeable yet, is that when you're firing, your dinosaur dude like slowly opens his jaw as if he's like screaming mid blast or whatever. It's quite nice, actually. It's quite a cute little detail. I appear to be wearing boxing gloves or oven mitts, I just realized. I think I was going off on a tangent, actually, now that I think about this, about dinosaurs with guns being a genre, because you had this, you had Extreme Dinosaurs, although I can't remember if they used guns in that or not. I suspect no, since that was a kid's show. You had, what was it? Dino Riders. You have this, which I probably already mentioned 5 times, but there was one other thing that also was dinosaurs with guns, and Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, there you go. So yeah, oh, Turok, of course. It's a very prestigious genre. I don't know why the camera scrolls like that right there. It just stops. You think you can't go further, but if you do, then it starts scrolling. Hey, hamburger. Which looked very moldy because due to palette limitations. This is one of those games, though, that does look better if you can manage to play it on a proper CRT, because there's a lot of dithering effects that are lost. And here we have a crappy rendition of a Contra wall boss. That's unreasonably difficult. Excuse me. Something is just making me cough a lot tonight. I've had to drink a lot of water. Okay, there we go. Well, it was harder the last time I played it. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Or I'm just bad at games. Who's to say? And we got this segment here, which is pretty annoying, but it's not Dinosaurs for Hire unless you're feeling very frustrated and annoyed. And despite that fact, I still rented this game way more times than I can count. Oh gosh, I don't even know how I managed to rent 200 games thinking on that, if I actually count the total number of games, because it's like, I rented some games like 5 or 6 times. And this was definitely one of those games. I really wanted to like it, but you can also do a butt stomp. That's actually kind of useful if you get surrounded. I think you're invincible while you do it, too. Oh, hello there, cat. Hold on, give me a minute, give me a minute. Alright. Well, we have a stream guest here, notably my cat, Arlo. He is a very big boy, and he wants to cuddle right now, so I'm going to try and see if I can play while he's in my lap, but you are really cuddly right now, sir. You are very cuddly. Oh, is it? Yeah, I see why. You're a good boy. Just relax, okay? Just relax. I don't have a camera, so you can't see him, but he is absolutely there. He might make sounds, too, if we're lucky. But yes, this right here, that the gun that I'm using now, this is the only gun you get in the game. It has 2 upgrades, one that makes the bullets bigger, and another that makes it spread more. So it basically starts off as the basic machine gun in Contra, and it eventually upgrades to the to a slightly not quite as powerful as the spread gun in the first 2 Contra games, but still pretty good overall. It's especially useful against bosses. It basically melts them, so you want to try to hold on to that if you can help it. Hey, an extra life. Sweet. Subway Part 2. Now, I'm still streaming, right? Because I noticed the chat has been quiet, and I understand if, there's not a lot to talk about with this property. Again, I have no nostalgic attachments for it outside of this game. Okay, good. 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 I was worried that it might have dipped out, although it's saying I'm just fine right now, so that's good. Yep, as you can see there, I wasn't able to dodge under the bullets, and my hitbox is just too fat. Oh, okay. I guess I gotta do that over again. There's an extra life over there if I can manage to make it, and I'm gonna need it. Because the mini-boss after this is a huge pain. And then the stage after that's a huge pain, and then the boss fight's a huge pain. This game kind of has a running theme, I'm sure you've noticed. Okay, so that platform literally doesn't exist until it spawns on screen. I love that. I think that is how every platform in the game should be handled. Oh, and then it doesn't... Oh, wow, I'm taking falling damage. I just noticed. Wow. Why is there falling damage in this? Oh, yeah, I took a crap ton right there. Oh, boy. I should have skipped the extra life and saved it. Instead, I have no health. The next thing that shoots me is guaranteed to kill me. Unless I can find a burger and some cola. Okay, this is one of those games where looking down does it... Oh, okay, yep, I'm dead. Where looking down does not actually, let you look any further into the level. The basic gun, as you can see, though, is actually pretty good. It doesn't kill things as fast or have any spread to it, but against basic mooks, it's actually pretty handy. It's just when you get to bosses that it becomes a problem. I wonder if that extra life respawns. Okay, now it's spreading a little bit. Oh, it does. Okay, good. Oh, if I do a butt stomp, I don't take any falling damage. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, I hope you like the palette this game has, because this is pretty much it throughout. For some reason, they went with the dingiest, brownest, grayest game they could have. Which, again, I know, Genesis has a limited palette, but I can't help but feel this was a bit excessive, even by the standards of the system. Ooh. Okay, my cat is deciding he does not want to cuddle anymore. Alright, there he goes. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, okay. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. Yeah, you can see why losing the spread gun is bad. Even if it's like, you can still kill things pretty just fine, it's just, there's so many things you have to kill that you're just gonna lose. And yes, this is a game where, ow. Okay, there we go. Alright, let me try this again. Yes, the ladder death. At least I didn't drop to my death from the ladder, as was the case in so many FPS games at the time. You thought you had a good grip on that ladder, and you sure didn't. Wow, I lose indeed. Would you believe I actually like this game? I would own it. I would like to own it, but I believe it's one of those Genesis games that's... It's modestly rare, but it's actually more pricey than anything else. I could just buy a cartridge copy, or I could use a flash drive, but I actually prefer owning games, retro games, where I can. Okay, so I have to jump in order to be able to... Oh, I have to move forward. Yeah, this game does not have aim lock of any kind. You cannot lock your aim. Not even if you hold, like... What happens if I hold jump and attack? No. If I hold my melee attack and shoot, I don't stand still either. This is not a 6-button game either, so... Wow, my hitbox gets bigger when I crouch. That's a good sign. Oh... Is that really the case with this? Actually, I haven't kept up with it. I just noticed retro stuff in general has gone up immensely. And to be fair, the Sega Genesis is over 30 years old at this point, so... But I understand what you're saying. That is a huge problem. Like, there's even, like, really awful games that no one likes that go for huge prices. Like, I think Bart's Nightmare has noted, as I've mentioned prior... actually goes for quite a bit, or at least it's cheap, but you almost will certainly never find it with the manual for some reason. Like a complete in-box copy might as well be a myth, it seems like. It's really weird which games are like readily available, but you can never find the manual, versus you can find the manual in the cart, but the box is incredibly rare. Or it's like you can't find anything, even the cartridge. Okay, let me try this again. I appreciate that this game wants to be Contra, you know, TMNT meets Contra, I appreciate that, but it doesn't really work when your hitbox is bigger than a sub. Also, these things can shoot you off screen, which is always a good time. Can I jump out? Okay, no. That's just glitchy. Tom Landry. I love how I can't hit that thing. Okay, now I can. There you go. That's better. Oh, hey, invincibility. Which doesn't last very long. It's probably going to be gone by the time I get across this chasm. Okay, it lasted a little bit longer than that, and there's some health. Okay, I was very mean to that invincibility power-up. I apologize. It is actually having quite the staying power. I don't think I get extra lives for killing things, so I'm not sure why I'm bothering with everything. Well, truthfully, I don't hate football as a thing. I've just never followed it very much outside of, like, a little bit in the 90s when I was a kid, because, you know, most of my friends did. Otherwise, it's just an interesting sport to watch sometimes. But yes, if no one knows, if no one noticed this, either before or after this video goes up live, whatever. Yeah, this is actually, I'm actually doing this test stream during the Super Bowl, which is kind of intentional. Oh, hey. Now I can make my bullets bigger. Okay, I'm gonna need, these power-ups here. So I actually have to go through this maze again, but it's just to top off my health for the boss fight that's coming up. Oh. And of course, I lost all the health I gained from that power-up. Cool, cool. Oh god, why is these things respawning? Wow, that was a bold move on my part. Boy, do I have egg on my face. Oh god, why are you respawning? No, I just killed you. I just killed you and your brother. Spoilers, that's basically what the boss is too. The mini-boss is just a souped-up version of that. Yeah, they are actually, now that you mention it. Fortunately, I believe the boss fight does have the health pickup, which I might have to immediately use, unfortunately. Fortunately, the boss itself isn't the hardest. It's just going to take a while because I don't have a very souped-up gun. Now that power-up, there was a power-up here that was supposed to increase my gun's girth, or my bullet's girth. I wonder if that's still there, because that's a very handy power-up to have. I believe it was over here. Oh, it looks like it despawned. Yep, power-ups despawn in this game. That's great. Or wait, actually, is it over here? Well, I don't know where it was, but I'm gonna be honest, this sewer level reminds me a lot of the sewer level from X-Men, which was like the second level in the game. The Genesis X-Men game, I should note. And that's like one of the worst openers to your game you can possibly have, is like following it up with the sewer level. I think Kiss Psycho Circus does the same exact thing. I think it also starts off with the sewer level. Yeah, well, the first one's really mediocre, but the sequel is really good. Like, freakishly good. Oh, hey, Bob. You literally just missed me doing very poorly at Cliffhanger and not being able to get anywhere, and now I'm playing Dinosaurs for Hire. Ow. Oh, wow, I actually killed it faster with this unupgraded gun than I did the last time I fought it with a fully upgraded gun. That's fascinating. You know, Bob, I'm glad you told me that, because I was tempted to read it just to see what it was like, but now I don't have to. Okay, come on, come on. Okay, there we go. For some reason, that sequence did not go off. This is actually really easy if you have the spread shot by the by, because I can literally just sit here and do this. Well, it's easier if you have the upgraded version, which I don't. Is it gonna... I wonder how tricky the boss fight against the Minotaur is gonna be here. Fortunately, it's not hard even if you don't have the fully upgraded gun. Most of the stuff spawns in areas you'd expect it to. I don't know why I can't hit this guy. My bullets must be firing out too far. I wonder if their hitboxes actually correspond to, like, or their guns actually correspond to where they shoot out the bullets, which means that this character might have a disadvantage given how far his gun juts out. It seems like there's never been a time in comics that wasn't turbulent. And here we get our first true boss of the game, a Minotaur. A mechanical Minotaur. Oh yeah, Mega Minotaur, excuse me, Hoist to his buds. But, okay, so this is the first boss fight. You know, you get the nice cutscene telling you about the boss and what you're about to face. This game does something absolutely repugnant. And that's notably that you can't see your health, your lives, or anything while fighting a boss, a true boss. And no, Bob, I always was curious about that one. I always saw it in rental stores and never rented it and was curious what the deal with it is. And I've never actually bothered to go back and rent it, but or you know, play it, buy it, whatever. I've only seen like little bits of it, like in gameplay videos. I don't know how you're supposed to dodge this ball and chain, by the way. I think you just have to eat the hit. Because I've never been able to dodge it. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna die, aren't I? There we go. Saved by the bomb. Oh! Oh! Oh, I just instantly died. Yeah, there's things in the boss fight that can instantly kill you. I was going to mention that, but it actually did it for me instead. And now I don't have a sprint shot, so this boss fight's probably going to be virtually impossible. Oh, I have to jump right before he throws it. And I don't know exactly how many times he spins it. Is it 3 times? Nope, I messed up, and I instead ate shit. Great, ow. Lasers, they hurt. Also, you have to sit under the Minotaur's hand in order to damage it right there. Oh, well, I guess you don't have to, but... Ow. I wish I could see my health. You can't even pause the game to see it. I think that's the first time I've ever been killed by his hand falling on top of me, actually. I didn't even know that could happen. And I've played this game a lot and got killed a lot of different ways, because this game is just cruel and murderous. Yeah, everything's a hitbox in this game. I really don't like how a lot of Western games did that. I feel like that's the mark of a Western game from this era. It's just, the entire sprite's the hitbox. Why? I don't know. I could probably just do better at this if I actually tried. Oh, there it goes. I bet you that fist, I bet you when this fist falls off, it can also kill you too. Instantly. So there's a spot here that's relatively safe from his laser eyes. But yes, there's another bit here where he walks around and it actually knocks you down a level or 2. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how many lives I have left. I don't know how close I am to game overing or anything. I really appreciate the stock Genesis font this game uses. For some reason, every Western game, I'm going to hit pause again just so you can see it, uses this exact font. And I don't know why, or at least the Sake of America games do. And I don't know what the deal with it is, but it's there. And it's in almost every game. Ow. Why is everything a hitbox? I keep asking myself as I get hit by everything. I like how I got killed by that stupid fist falling on me twice. I'm probably going to kill me a 3rd time, too. I didn't even have time to respond. It just killed me. There it goes. Okay. Oh, that almost killed me. Okay. So there's another bit where he can kill you. He walks around, and every time he lands, it knocks you down. Like that. And if you're at the bottom when he does that, you die. You just die. Because of course you do. Okay. Now it's just his head. So it's kind of stupidly easy at this point because you can just dodge the lasers. They actually, yeah, there's a good spot right there to dodge. So assuming you can actually, you actually know his pattern and know how to play video games unlike me, you can actually beat it. But this is only the first of many bosses, and our next stage is, well, another brown, it's Nature's Sewer, the cavern. Well, actually that's a swamp, but this is Nature's, outhouse? Or is that also a swamp? I don't know what this is, but it's a cave. It's another dark, dingy abode. Although this does improve a little bit. You do end up going to Hoover Dam, and then you fight the fake out boss, and it's actually quite cool, extraordinarily protracted and hard. You know, Bob, that's a very good question. I have no clue if two players is better. I've never actually been able to find a second person to play this with. I don't know how deaths are handled either, because there's some bits, or the camera for that matter, because in this stage, if you fall after going up so high, you just hit a bottomless pit and die. You don't fall all the way back down to the bottom and have to do it all over again. No, they're merciful. They just kill you, and you have to do it all over anyway with less lives. And yeah, the pose is actually similar to Vector Man. Ow. Yeah, I almost died there, just falling a little bit, because there's this zone where if you just fall, you die after going up so high. I do like the background in this stage, though. I like the shimmering cave and stuff, and the actual tile set's pretty good. Colors aren't the best, but it looks nice. I need to drink some water here. Very nice overall. Gotta wait for the platforms to align. I love this in games. Why aren't you aligning for me? Do I have to jump from this platform to that one? Or... oh boy, I don't miss this. I'm so glad a lot of modern games don't do it to this degree or this badly. Oh, why is the timing on that so bad? Can I... oh, I can jump up here. Wow, I am doing wonderfully at video games tonight. Would you believe I've been playing them since I was 6 years old? You'd never know. You'd never know from this footage, and I like that. We're all equally bad at video games. If only partially. Alright, hold on. Ugh. There we go. Had to catch my bearings there for a second, I suppose. This game is just... really, all video games just take their toll on me at some point. Oh. Oh. Okay. Guess what I gotta do all over again? I was right there at the end of the stage too, I'm pretty sure. That's fabulous. Yeah, this game is just a really long series of hard, tedious levels after hard, tedious levels. I'm not gonna lie to you. You have that to look forward to from tonight's gameplay. I would like to come back to this at some point, though, and actually beat it legit. It is pretty playable. It's pretty fun. I will say, though, that I don't know how many continues I have, so it's quite possible that once I'm out of lives, that's the end of the game. So we'll find out. We'll actually play that one by ear. Gotta wait for that platform, yeah, then I gotta jump up here. Ow. Otherwise, the stage isn't too bad. It's got some questionable design decisions, especially with regards to the way physics works at a certain point. So that platform is... oh, okay. There it goes. Oh. Okay. I have to actually be here. I'm curious where that leads. I'm curious if it leads to a power-up. That's the only reason I'm waiting on it. A lot of waiting in this game. Lots of excitement. Run and gun action. Oh, God. I missed it again. Lots of running and gunning here. Yep, lots of running and gunning. Absolutely no standing still waiting for platforms to move into place. And there's no power-up here at all. It's just... oh, wait. Wait. Yes, there is. Oh, yeah. That fully powers up my gun. Sweet. Yeah. Oh, crap. Oh, it didn't bite me. Good. Oh, ow. Oh, crap. That is doing a lot of damage. I think this is near the end of this... no, it's not near the end of the stage, is it? I misspoke. There's still much more of this stage to go. Hey, a burger. Ow. got to wait for the platform. There it is. You know, for all the oh, it only temporarily powers up my gun. Okay. Well, that's still nice. It's still nice to have that. And it looks like it might have kept the spread shot, too. Oh, hey, more health burgers. I don't know if I necessarily needed it, but... Okay, we are actually near the end of the stage. The exit's just the opposite side. Yep, there it is. Beneath Hoover Dam. If I recall correctly, this stage has a lot of insta-kill traps. Like, if I had just kept rolling down that, this pipe right here, I would have fallen into this. I would have fallen into this and died. And yes, that is an insta-kill. But it's destroyed now, so I don't have to worry about that. Lots of annoying sound effects in this one. Oh, hey. I think I had to go this way. Well, whatever. I'll go whichever way I can. I really wish I could look down in this game, but guess what I can't do? Look down. Oh, that was a bottomless pit. Well, cool, cool. I didn't need any of my power-ups. This basic machine gun works. Okay, so yeah, I did have to go that way. Oh god, these little guys that just... These little electricity guys are so annoying. They make the worst, most awful sound. A lot of the sound effects in this game really bothered me as a child. They were so harsh and, like, everything sounded really creepy and the graphics were really grotesque. How do I get down here? I see that there's a power-up. Oh. Oh. Okay, cool. Ah, and I got the full weapon power again. Ow. That's very nice of them to give me a little secret platform and a full weapon power up there. This game is a lot more generous than I give it credit for. Ow. I say as I get electrocuted. I love how I was shooting up and I couldn't hit that power-up container to save my life. Oh! Okay, yep, you got to see the instant death there. I saw it coming and I was like, okay, that's gonna kill me. And yep, that's exactly what it did. Oh. Oh. Oh, wow, that's a generous amount of continues. Okay, good, and it just restarts me here. Okay, that's actually pretty generous. I'm not gonna lie, I appreciate that, even if, like, the difficulty frustrates me. I wouldn't go that far, Satenga, but I appreciate your vote of confidence there, actually. That's actually... I might be able to beat this. No wonder I was able to get kind of far into this as a kid. You get, like, 9 continues. I don't like all the insta-kill, though. Like, I just don't appreciate that at all. Oddly, the first stage was relatively devoid of that. Climbing up. My gun is so big, I literally shoot past the power. Oh, no, okay. Good. Hey, and it has a burger in it. And it doesn't kill me when it's exploding. That's a very good. Well, my power up is gone. I now feel like I'm much weaker, but let's see here. Ow. Is this where I'm supposed to go? Well, I'm here. Whatever the case. Yeah, there we go. Bigger balls. That's not a bad way of putting that. That does feel like one of those sort of games like some rando person you just knew would have had. I mean, I rented a lot, but for whatever reason I never bought it. It just didn't for whatever reason, I just didn't feel like the need to own it. I might get it now as an adult, just because I can as a collector, but Otherwise, I'm not sure if I would want to really own this game. Outside of just novelty value. Okay, this is where I need to go. So that wasn't where I needed to go, because the other area just looks like a bottomless pit. That is really fascinating, Weasel. I never would have thought there was actually a kid out there that would be like the kid that just owns all the licensed games. Because that does make sense, you know? And yeah, I'm not surprised he also had Zelda and Super Metroid. Oh, okay. Oh. I got electrocuted right when I got extra health. That's cool. Ow. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go here, so I'll just keep going wherever it'll naturally let me go. Oh, okay, that was not a bottomless pit. That was, for some reason. Okay. And then it takes forever to reload me back to the stage. Oh. You know, I'm wondering if the arms are actually a separate sprite, and that's why he gets gored in that way, or he gets dismembered like that. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Farewell to arms, indeed. Well, at least I have full weapon power. But man, 9 continues. You think about that. They could have just easily given you infinite at that point. And thinking about how much instant death there is in this game, this wouldn't actually be any easier on, like, easy mode. If anything, it would be just about as hard. A lot of Sega Genesis games are like that, Bob, is where they have the surprise gore. Or surprise violence, and it's like, wow. You know, I'm getting some, like, low-budget Earthworm Jim vibes from this. Like, more so than even TMNT. It's like they looked... I can't remember if this was before or after, though, Earthworm Jim. I want to say it was slightly before. So they must have been channeling the same sort of, like, mojo. You know, I could see the Boogerman comparisons there, too, especially in terms of the level design. It has very Boogerman-y kind of levels. My inability to fire directly down comes back to haunt me. Oh, no! So yeah, apparently that is true on any level or any stage. If you fall down too far, you just instantly die. I need to play the SNES Boogerman. I've heard it's actually has completely different levels than the Genesis version, so it's like almost like an expansion pack in a way, or like a weird shareware copy that like one store would have sold that had exclusive levels. They might be. It's really hard to tell with Boogerman because a lot of the levels blend together for me. I'll probably take a break from this soon, but this is pretty fun, and this is definitely one I would like to play more of. This is technically just a test stream, and so far it's working pretty good. And fortunately, I don't have to record the streams locally because Twitch will actually let you download your VODs, fortunately. Oh, I missed that power-up down there. Can I go all the way back for it? Yes, I can. I just have to... Okay, there we go. Oh, there we go. Wow, is my whole hitbox the... Yeah, I think my whole hitbox when I do my tail swing is activated there. Alrighty. You know, thinking about games like Boogerman, I really wish there was some like ultra dedicated fan that would just make endless level ROM packs like they do for like Mario games and Sonic games. Here's Boogerman level pack number 5062. Pretty sure there's a secret in this wall. Okay, what does that give me though? Does that give me a bomb? Oh crap. Oh, is this? That is not a secret, but it wasn't instant death, fortunately. I am so glad there is not a time limit in this game. This looks and feels like a game that would normally have a time limit, but it doesn't. Yeah, not much to say here underneath Hoover Dam. You know, this is just another sewer level. Like, so far it's just been a stream of sewer levels when you think about it. Yeah, I love when games do that, Weasel, when it's like, oh hey, guess what? This game has a time limit, but if you actually run out of time, it just kills you. Like, or game overs you. Oh, it doesn't have a time limit, Weasel. No, that is not something it does, fortunately. Or, sorry, Satanga. I said Weasel for some reason. I am quite smart. I am playing this game, so clearly my intelligence is through the roof. But no, this is actually not a bad game. It's better than I remember it. But it's just as hard. In fact, I'm probably doing worse than I was when I was a child. Oh, wait. What? What just happened? I just died. Was I not supposed to go that way? Yeah, I might have to cut it here in a bit. I can only take so much of this stupid dam level. I do have that, yes. I could actually play Boogerman. I'm actually not bad at that one. I actually was able to beat Boogerman on using a phone touchscreen emulator. Or, touchscreen controls on a phone Genesis emulator. It is actually it actually has really solid, like, controls. You wouldn't expect it to because it's so well animated, because typically games that are animated really well control like crap. But no, Boogerman, you could turn on a dime in that. Although I do hate the way the chili pepper power up works. I feel like it should be a... Yeah, it's Boogerman time. One moment. I feel like that power up should be a double jump instead of like a instead of the jetpack it is, because the jetpack runs out of fuel way too fast. Where are you, Boogerman? I know a pick and flick adventure is indeed in here. It's a very smooth, yes. It's a very well animated. I love that you can do this, by the way, that you can just endlessly jump between these. But yes, this game actually has passwords, and I'm pretty sure it has infinite continues, too. It's pretty nice, actually. It's very generous. And yes, that's very true, Bob. That is this game in a nutshell in terms of level design. Nothing but brown and green as far as the eyes can see. We got this fantastic story. I realized I skipped the demo for this game, but you would have just seen him running through a brown and green swamp, flicking his boogers at it and everything. And really, I played this game so much, I can just show you that live. And yes, the animation's ridiculously smooth. I would actually have to count the frames of animation there. Demiscent excrement, yes. I like how apparently Boogerman is like a millionaire or something that pretends to be a janitor at night or something? Or that's just his job, he's just a janitor. I feel like you could remake this game and actually make it pretty dang good. Like, again, give him a double jump. Okay, that's not how the controls work. Clearly, you jump with B and flick with A. And then you fart with C, fart and burp with C. I wonder that myself, Bob. Oh, I did not know that the 6-button pad would make you pose. You know, that's a good question, Bob. I would probably assume that they had some sort of design document there, but I couldn't tell you what it was. That's a good question, Satanga. Is that a reference to that show that Dyer keeps talking about and keeps wanting us to see? Well, you've seen it. I haven't yet. I have heard of that show, but I've never watched it. Also, this game has a curious thing where one of the power-ups is actually more of a power down. Notably, the milk that gives you loogies, it actually removes the arc from your booger, so it's actually, you can't aim it. They actually unintentionally make the game harder. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I feel like that chili pepper should just be like a double jump. Like, give him upgradable abilities. Just do that. Just make Boogerman a Metroidvania. Why not? Make it a Souls-like. A pick-and-flick Souls-like. Okay, so I don't miss anything if I take the... The real Boogerman starts here. Red, cool, sampled sound effects. See, being able to flick my boogers like that, very handy. I feel like you should either have been able to flick or the loogie should have been aimable. Like you could hold them down and then shoot them in a direction. Again, there's so many things you could do to improve this game. And we'll never get that because no one cares about Boogerman. And frankly, I don't blame anybody for not... Oh, I thought that was a bottomless pit for a second, because there are bottomless pits in this stage. Are we talking about the guy who runs... Is it Interplay or Titus or whatever it is? Yeah, the loogie, the more I think about it, doesn't make sense, because your burps already travel on a straight line. Do something here. I'm curious. Let me go all the way back to the start. Is there anything over here I missed? Other than taking damage? Yeah, nothing. Good. Yeah, I really needed to... I really was missing out on all that damage I just took there. You only get 3 hits in this game, and that's if you find another cape. Otherwise, you get 2. Okay, well, I got an extra... Oh, hey, the exit's right here. I don't know if I got enough plungers to get an extra life, though. I forget if that's 40 or 30 that you need to climb up there. I think it's 10 per level, but I forget how many levels of plunger there are. Oh, extra life. You're going to want to grind those up as long as you can, because at some point those bonus levels disappear. Oh, there's nothing in there. Okay. Oh, you lose your power-ups, though, in between stages. Interesting. Because I don't have the chili pepper anymore. That's fair. Oh, hitboxes. If there's one complaint I have about this game, some of the enemy hitboxes are really messed up. Now I have a yellow cape. That can't be good. Yeah, I know. It's got that Furnace soundtrack, that Matt Furnace sound to it. With his funk and soul music. You know, there was an extra life there? I never knew that. Wow, I'm discovering new Boogerman tech. Ow. While also dying. That's amazing. I wonder if that one-up respawns. Yep, that extra life respawned. It looks like I got 2 extra lives there somehow. Ow. Oh, yep, I'm 1 step away from death. Apparently Boogerman is made from boogers because he melts when he dies. How did I get 2 extra lives? I could just grind here forever. I could do that old video game trick. I always liked that trick. You could tell the designers did that intentionally sometimes. This is another game I rented way too many times, and not only did I rent it a lot, but I also beat it a bunch too. It's actually a fairly beatable game, which is nice. This is about the time when the 16-bit generation was either being very kind to players or very brutal. Now, let me go get those extra lives. Yeah, beans. Cool. Rich in fiber and nutrients. Claymates is evil. I've tried playing that game. I couldn't get very far. Yeah, I can just do that old video game trick and just keep dying if I wanted to, but I kind of don't. I'm not playing for keeps here. Who am I kidding? I always play for keeps. Although, it would be nice if I could find some more plungers. Oh well, we'll just keep going. There's a bonus stage in here somewhere. One thing that's nice about this stage, there are no bottomless pits. I think only 1 stage in the game, or 2 stages in the game have bottomless pits. And that's stages 3 and 4. So you see that little guy, red guy that was running around? That's a scab, right? They have the most messed up hitboxes. You just cannot jump on them. Some other enemies are like that too. I appreciate that you can attack enemies by jumping on them, but a lot of them just don't have the hitboxes for it. Like this guy right here. You can't jump on him. He'll just kill you dead, I'm pretty sure. I also find it interesting he has to play his pain animation at least once before he dies when you do a mega burp on him. It depends not only on some of the monsters' animation, but just on their hitbox. Like some of them have really messed up hitboxes. Oh no, I have the loogie. It's a power down. Again, I think you should have been able to charge up loogies and just have normal boogers when you need them. But again, I'm actually thinking about making this game better when I really should just not be. Okay, so those guys right there, those bouncing guys, nose goblins right there, right? Those have very bad hitboxes. You just can't hit them by jumping on them. Losies. Oh, hey, there's the secret. It's the secret stage, Charlie Brown. Oh. I love how they pitchforked your ass, basically. I used to be so good at this. I used to be a Boogerman Lord Extraordinaire. Those abominable snowmen are awful. They actually only attacked them, they only actually exist in this stage, interestingly. They never appear on the main stages proper, which is kind of neat. Every stage has these bonus side areas, and then there's exclusive enemies to them. I'm generally surprised they didn't just make a proper sewer stage, but I guess if you're Boogerman, every stage has to have a sewer stage nestled inside of it. Oh, hey. Now, everything in the stages actually respawned, so much like the special stages in Sonic 2, you can use that to grind up for stuff if you need it. I bet you those extra lives are back if I wanted to go grab them. I've played this game way too much. I know too much about its mechanics. I wonder if that was a secret CIA plot to poison my mind as a child. Poison my mind with mad Boogerman skills, I say as I die and I get killed a lot. Psyop. Yes, that is in fact the term. Oh, hey, plunger. Just what I needed. Flick MK Ultra Adventure, huh? I forget if this is one of those games where you can... Yeah, if you double tap, you can look up and down at least. I feel like the camera's still a little too zoomed in, at least on the sides. Yeah, now I can't just flick my booger at this guy here. There it goes. Rad. At least the Lugia can go through multiple enemies, I guess. It has that going for it. I swear it was going really fast there for... Yeah, it seems like if you're jumping at the same time and moving forward, it moves faster. Fascinating. More Boogerman tech for you. Speaking of tech, I always wondered how you ranked in terms of Clay Fighter 63 and a third's tier list. Although I can't remember if he was only in the special edition of that or not. Maybe it was Earthworm Jim that was only in the special edition. Oh, come on now, I can make it up there. There we go. Wasted half my gas to get here, but... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get enough plungers for that extra life, but I already got like 5 or 6 extra ones. Oh, and I lost both of my power-ups there. Yeah, you lose your enhancements if you get hit once, but at least you don't like instantly die. So now I can't... Oh, hey, no. Now I can shoot loogies again, hooray! Oh god. Those little things instill so much fear into me because they are, 11 out of 16, huh? So not that great. No data is provided, yeah. I'm not surprised. So who is number 1 in that game, exactly? I have to wonder. Yeah, let's just end this level. Well, I can't get that extra life, but whatever. He certainly is no MacGyver. Are you serious, Satanga? Oh, I still... Okay, how did I lose my power-ups last time? I must have taken damage right before traveling between stages. Oh, okay. Wow, Earthworm Jim's an S-tier character? Oh, there's more stuff hidden up there. Interesting. So, fun fact, you cannot jump and burp or jump and fart unless you have the chili pepper, and then your fart acts like a jetpack. And I believe the flames shooting out your butt when you do that also damage enemies, so that's a nice touch. This conversation fascinates me because it's like, if you didn't know video games were a thing and you were just walked in on this conversation, your mind would just be melting. Oh yes, there's this game where you play as claymation characters and they fight each other, and some of them are racist stereotypes. And also, there's tech involved. I feel like I've walked in on some weird secret alternate universe talking about fake video game tech. Good stuff, though. I like that. Yes, there's that, too. Gotta outrun this fart ghost. Oh, I can't spit loogies at him either. While he slowly follows me. At least enemies don't respawn. I like that. They only respawn if you walk off screen. If you Mega Man them. Who knows how far in development that was, Bob? I remember reading about that, and I don't doubt a word of that, but, like... But even so, it's hard to believe that that someone would want to make Clay Fighter into a good game. Yet again, another game that feels like it should have a time limit on it, but it doesn't. You can just take as long as you like. Oh, I actually landed on that scab without taking damage. That's kind of amazing. Usually they just kill me. Or hurt me real bad, in any case. Huh, I didn't know you could even walk up here. That's interesting. All these discoveries years later in Boogerman. My child self would be thrilled. I like how those big troll enemies right there you just saw can actually eat items if they happen to be in front of them. Now, which version of Home Alone 2 are like the Genesis? Aren't the Genesis and SNES versions different, Weasel? Okay, there's the sewer exit. Makes me wonder where the sewer is. Okay. I figured you were talking on the SNES one. Now, where is that stupid toilet for the bonus stage? Turtle Dove screw attacks. Ah, yes, someone has shown me that one before. Okay, I was just here. There was no toilet. Where is the dang toilet? I want to flush myself down it. Because that's what you do in this game. Probably take a break after this stage. There's one more stage after this, I believe, and then you go to the boss fight. Okay, let me try going down. Oh, there's just a wall here. What the heck? Maybe the toilets are in the tree somehow. Now that would be some outhouse tech there. Yeah, we have a tree outhouse. Ah, yes, the Tim Curry, the invincible Tim Curry. That's a good one. That whole game is just nightmarish to me for some reason. Where is that outhouse? Or not outhouse, toilet. The outhouse is actually the checkpoint. Man, that bonus stage must have been way at the start of the stage or something. 'Cause I ain't seeing it anywhere. Or maybe it's one of those where it's further into the stage and then it takes you back? Oh. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Those little guys have the worst hitboxes. But at least I get my regular boogers back. I don't like being forced to choose between one or the other game. might just have to skip the bonus stage here. Unless, wait, I think I know where it might be. I haven't gone all the way back to the start here. Oh, well, that's the stage start. I am losing my freaking mind here. I think I will just gracefully exit the stage after wasting all of your time. As gracefully as Boogerman can exit a stage, let's be real here. Watch, and then I find it just casually trying to get to the exit. Is it down here? Oh, of course, it's down here. The one place I did not look. Gotta flush myself in the toilet like the garbage I am. I think this is just a bottomless pit right here. Oh yeah, this is just the entire stage, that's right. The rest is just a bottomless pit, I'm pretty sure. Alright, I have enough boogers for an extra, or enough plungers for an extra life. I say as I'm about to die and have to start this nonsense all over again. Yeah, I don't think you keep your plungers between lives. That would be too easy. Oh, there's an extra life there too. Oh, there's the exit. And I feel that's enough Boogerman for tonight. In fact, I feel like that is just plain enough of a test stream for tonight, period. What a way to test a stream. Those are some absolutely wonderful games that speak really well to the sort of thing I want my stream to be. And in fact, actually they do. I might actually just stick to games that I rented previously for the most of the stream. Yeah, it was, Bob. Thank you. Yeah, you know what? Let's get some music going here while I run this stream down. Or, yes. It was a pretty good run overall, I would say. Man. So, yeah, I'll have to give this a try some more. I don't know what my schedule is, but I now know that I can't do it. My videos are stored for up to 14 days, and I can download them anytime before that point. Don't know if I'll upload this anywhere else, but if I do, I'll be sure to tell everyone about it. Alright, and with that, I must bid thee adieu.